Welcome to our deep dive into the future of software engineering. We've got some fascinating sources that paint a picture of 2025 that might surprise you. It seems the tech world has done a complete 180. Hands-on skills are now the name of the game. Ready to find out why this shift happened and how you can thrive in this new landscape? Let's dive in.
What's really interesting is that we're seeing this major shift away from passive learning. Just knowing the theory, it's not going to cut it anymore.
Yeah, our sources are really hammering home the point that doing trumps knowing in 2025. It's like the days of simply listing programming languages on your resume are over.
That's exactly right. The sources point to the rapid evolution of technology as the main driver. Think AI, automation, the metaverse. Companies are desperate for people who can actually use these technologies to build solutions, not just talk about them. They need proof, not just promises.
So this brings us to the concept of the skills gap, which our sources mention quite a bit. It's this widening chasm between what's traditionally taught in classrooms and the practical skills employers are actually looking for.
Yes. And it's causing a real headache for companies trying to find qualified talent. Textbook knowledge is simply not enough anymore. Employers want to see tangible evidence that you can apply your knowledge in real-world settings.
I find it fascinating that the rise of low-code on no-code platforms is actually adding fuel to this fire. You'd think these tools would make coding skills less important, right? But our sources suggest the opposite is happening.
It is a bit of a paradox. These tools are fantastic for democratizing software development, allowing more people to create basic applications. But as projects become more complex, you inevitably hit a wall. Customization, security, integration with other systems, these things often require a deep understanding of the underlying code.
So instead of replacing coders, these platforms are actually highlighting the need for truly skilled developers who can handle the trickier stuff.
Precisely. And this is where hands-on experience becomes absolutely critical.
Our sources really emphasize this disconnect between traditional classroom learning and the needs of the industry. It sounds like a wake-up call for universities and educational institutions.
Absolutely. The good news is that we're seeing a response. Our sources describe a shift toward more project-based learning in universities and online courses. Students are getting their hands dirty by building real-world projects and gaining practical experience. It's a far cry from the days of just memorizing syntax and theory.
That makes a lot of sense. Building a theoretical app in a controlled classroom setting is totally different from working on a live project with real deadlines, user feedback, and all the unexpected challenges that come with it.
Exactly. And it's not just about the classroom. Our sources highlight the rise of hackathons and DevOps culture as key breeding grounds for hands-on expertise.
Hackathons always sound so intense, but I guess that's the point, right? It's all about proving you can deliver functional code under pressure.
Yes, and DevOps is all about breaking down silos and fostering collaboration between development and operations teams. This approach emphasizes rapid development cycles, continuous integration, and continuous delivery, requiring developers to work in fast-paced collaborative environments. This is the reality of modern software development, and these environments are excellent training grounds.
So you're thrown into the deep end, forced to collaborate, and expected to deliver results quickly. It's a trial by fire.
And in these high-pressure situations, embracing failure becomes a crucial skill. Our sources suggest that hands-on learning encourages a fail-fast mentality. You're going to make mistakes, encounter bugs, and hit roadblocks. But it's through troubleshooting these problems in real time that you truly develop your problem-solving skills and resilience.
It's like the saying, you learn more from your failures than your successes. But in this case, it's about failing quickly, learning from those mistakes, and iterating rapidly to find solutions.
That's the key. The ability to quickly identify, diagnose, and resolve problems is what separates the novices from the experts in a hands-on environment. This real-world troubleshooting experience builds not only technical proficiency, but also a valuable growth mindset.
So it's not just about acquiring technical skills, it's about developing the mental fortitude to navigate the inevitable challenges that come with building real-world software.
Precisely. And there's another fascinating aspect to hands-on learning that often gets overlooked, the development of soft skills.
Welcome back. You know, it's striking how this whole shift toward hands-on skills really flips the script on traditional education. It's not just about absorbing information anymore. It's about applying it, building something tangible. Our sources really dive into how education is adapting to this new reality, and it's pretty exciting stuff.
It is fascinating to see how educational institutions are evolving. Our sources highlight the rise of project-centric curricula, particularly in universities and online learning platforms. These programs are designed to immerse students in real-world scenarios that mirror the collaborative and iterative nature of professional software development.
It seems like these programs recognize that the old model of lectures and exams just doesn't cut it anymore. Instead of passively absorbing theoretical concepts, students are actively engaged in building real-world projects from start to finish.
Exactly. They're tackling real-world problems, encountering challenges, and developing solutions collaboratively. And what's even more valuable is that these projects often involve using industry-standard tools and technologies. Students graduate with a portfolio of work that directly aligns with what employers are looking for.
So it's like bridging that gap between classroom learning and real-world application, which we know is a major pain point in traditional education. But it's not just about formal education, right? Our sources also talk about the rise of these immersive boot camps, and they seem like a whole different beast.
Yes, boot camps have definitely gained a lot of traction in recent years. They offer this accelerated, intensive learning experience that's laser-focused on developing very specific practical skills needed for in-demand job roles. And what's interesting is that many boot camps now incorporate robust mentorship programs, giving participants direct guidance from experienced professionals.
That makes a lot of sense. Having a mentor can be invaluable,
You know
especially for someone who's new to the field or maybe switching careers. It's like having a seasoned guide who can help you navigate the complexities of the industry, share their wisdom, and even open doors to valuable networking opportunities.
Exactly. That mentorship aspect can be a real game changer for bootcamp participants. It's not just about learning the technical skills, it's about understanding the nuances of the industry and building connections that can help you launch your career.
But it's not just individuals who are seeking out these hands-on learning experiences. Our sources mention a surge in corporate upskilling programs as well. It seems like companies are realizing they need to step up their game too.
Absolutely. Companies are recognizing that investing in their employees' skills is not just a perk, it's a necessity for staying competitive. These programs often involve a blend of online learning, hands-on workshops, and mentorship opportunities, tailored to the specific needs of the organization and the industry.
So it's not just about keeping up with the latest technologies. It's about creating a culture of continuous learning within the company.
Exactly. By providing employees with opportunities to upskill and stay ahead of the curve, companies can foster innovation, boost productivity, and attract and retain top talent. It's a win-win situation.
But let's be honest. Learning can sometimes feel like a chore, even when it's hands-on. So how are these programs making learning more engaging and, dare I say, even fun?
That's a great point. It's not just about the content, it's about the delivery. And that's where things are getting really interesting. Our sources point to several strategies for making hands-on learning more engaging. One that really stands out is gamification.
Gamification. Now that sounds like something I can get behind. It's like taking the elements of games, challenges, rewards, leaderboards, a sense of competition, and weaving them into the learning experience.
Exactly, and it's incredibly effective. Instead of just passively reading text or watching videos, learners are actively engaged in solving problems, completing tasks, and earning rewards in a game-like environment.
You know, it's funny. I recently tried out one of those language learning apps that uses gamification. It's amazing how much more motivated I was to practice and learn new vocabulary when I was earning points and competing with other users.
It's tapping into that inherent human desire for challenge and achievement, and it works wonders in a learning context. Imagine learning cybersecurity by defending a virtual network from simulated attacks, or mastering data analysis by uncovering hidden patterns in a game-like scenario.
That sounds way more engaging than staring at a textbook or listening to a lecture, and it makes the learning process so much more immersive and memorable. But our sources also highlight the importance of certifications, and those seem a bit more old school, right?
Certifications might seem traditional, but in today's competitive job market, they hold more weight than ever. They're like badges of honor, validating your skills and demonstrating your commitment to professional development. Many hands-on learning programs now integrate industry-recognized certifications from major players like AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure.
So it's not just about completing the course. It's about earning credentials that hold real weight in the industry and signal to employers that you've got the specific skills they're looking for.
Exactly. And those certifications can open doors to new job opportunities, higher salaries, and faster career advancement. They provide concrete evidence of your expertise and can give you a competitive edge.
It's interesting how they've managed to stay relevant in this rapidly changing world. Our sources also talk about e-portfolios, which seem like a natural extension of this hands-on learning approach. Can you tell us more about those?
E-portfolios are essentially online showcases where you can highlight your skills, projects, and accomplishments. Instead of just listing your skills on a resume, you can actually show potential employers what you can do.
It's like having a digital portfolio that goes beyond just words. You can include code samples, screenshots of projects, videos demonstrating your skills, even testimonials from previous clients or collaborators.
It allows you to present your work in a more engaging and interactive way. You can tell a compelling story about your skills and experience, and it's a great way to differentiate yourself in a crowded job market.
It's a much more tangible way to demonstrate your passion for software engineering and showcase your unique talent.
And it's not a static document. You can continuously update your e-portfolio as you learn new skills, complete new projects, and gain more experience. It becomes a living record of your professional growth.
So it's like a constantly evolving showcase of your capabilities, which is pretty cool. And there's one more element that our sources keep emphasizing: mentorship. Seems like this is a recurring theme in hands-on learning.
Mentorship is truly invaluable in the tech world, especially for navigating the complexities of the industry and gaining insights from experienced professionals. A good mentor can offer guidance, support, and encouragement, and help you avoid common pitfalls.
It's like having someone who's already been through the trenches to help you navigate your own journey.
Exactly. And a mentor can share their own experiences, offer advice on career development, and even open doors to valuable networking opportunities.
So it's not just about acquiring technical skills. It's about gaining wisdom and building connections that can help you thrive in your career. But how do you actually find these mentors?
There are more ways than ever to connect with mentors. Many boot camps and online learning platforms have built-in mentorship programs, while professional organizations and online communities can also help connect you with experienced professionals who are willing to share their knowledge and insights.
So even if you're learning independently, you don't have to go it alone. There are resources and communities out there to support you.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to reach out to people you admire in the industry. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to offer advice and support to those who are eager to learn and grow.
It's all about being proactive and building those valuable connections. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from project-centric curricula and boot camps to gamification, certifications, e-portfolios, and mentorship. It's clear there's a whole ecosystem of resources and approaches to support hands-on learning. But with so many options, it can also feel overwhelming. So how do you navigate this vast landscape of resources and choose the path that's right for you? That's what we're going to unpack in this final part of our deep dive.
It's like standing at a crossroads with a map full of possibilities, but no clear directions on which path to take.
Exactly. So let's give you that compass, that roadmap to navigate this exciting terrain. Our sources suggest starting with a clear understanding of your goals. What are you hoping to achieve by developing your software engineering skills?
Are you aiming for a specific job role, like front-end development, or maybe something more specialized like a blockchain developer or an AI engineer? Or are you more interested in broadening your skill set to keep your options open?
I think having that clarity up front makes a huge difference. It's like setting a destination on your GPS. Once you know where you want to go, you can start mapping out the best route to get there.
Exactly. And once you have that destination in mind, the next step is to consider your learning style. Are you someone who thrives in a structured classroom environment with deadlines and assignments? Or do you prefer a more self-directed approach where you can set your own pace?
Yeah, it's a big one. Some people love the accountability of a formal program, while others need the flexibility to learn at their own speed.
And there's no right or wrong answer. It's about finding the learning environment that feels most comfortable and conducive to your personal learning style. Do you learn best by diving headfirst into hands-on projects? Or do you prefer to build a solid foundation of theoretical knowledge first?
It's like some people learn to swim by jumping in the deep end, while others need to start in the shallows and gradually work their way up.
That's a great analogy. And once you have a sense of your goals and your preferred learning style, you can start exploring the vast array of resources that are out there. But this is where it can get a bit overwhelming.
It's true. There are so many online courses, boot camps, workshops, and even just free resources scattered across the internet. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose.
Exactly. That's why our sources recommend doing your research and due diligence. Don't just jump into the first program that catches your eye.
So how do you go about finding the right program?
Start by reading reviews from other learners. See what people are saying about the program, the instructors, the curriculum, and the overall learning experience.
I find those reviews can be super helpful, especially if you can find people who have similar learning styles or career goals as you. It gives you a much better sense of what to expect.
And don't hesitate to reach out to the program providers directly. Attend webinars, informational sessions, or even just schedule a call to ask questions and get a feel for their approach.
Yeah, it's important to make sure the program's teaching style and curriculum align with your needs.
And while you're researching, pay close attention to factors like cost, time commitment, and career support services.
Right. Some programs offer job placement assistance or help with building your resume and portfolio, which can be a huge plus.
And one final piece of advice. Remember that learning is a journey, not a destination. The tech world is constantly evolving, so be prepared to embrace lifelong learning.
I think that's such a crucial point in this field. You can never afford to rest on your laurels. You have to constantly be learning, adapting, and expanding your skill set.
Exactly. Stay curious, embrace new challenges, and never stop exploring.
So as we wrap up our deep dive, we want to leave you with a thought-provoking question to ponder. What hands-on project could you tackle today that would not only deepen your skills, but also showcase your passion and talent to the world?
Maybe it's building that mobile app idea you've been tossing around, or contributing to an open source project that aligns with your interests.
Or even something simpler, like automating a tedious task in your daily life. The key is to just start somewhere, take action, and embrace the joy of learning by doing.
The possibilities are endless, and the skills and knowledge you gain along the way will be invaluable, both personally and professionally.
So go out there, explore, experiment, build something amazing, and have fun doing it. The future of software engineering is in your hands.
Until next time, keep learning, keep diving deep, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.